Hey girls, welcome back to another video. Today I want to get into my birth story of my daughter. A lot of you have been asking me questions about how my birth went. I did have a natural unmedicated birth, so no epidural, no medications, nothing. So I figured why not give you guys a little life update as well, but also get ready because I do have a new updated makeup routine that I would love to share with you guys. This is what works for me. I am not no makeup artist, so do as you please. Let's start off with brow glue from NYX. Let's get into this birth. So let's take ourselves back to January 23rd. Around 3 p.m. I mean, not 3 p.m. 3 a.m. I was having slight contractions. It wasn't nothing too major, to the point where I couldn't handle it. And I had this app, right, that pretty much times my contractions and sees how far it is from each other, how long it lasts, you know, and then it tells me if it's time to go to the hospital, then get your bags in that car and go to the hospital. Ezekiel had just left to work because he works at 5 a.m. So, you know, he was getting ready for work and then he left. Maybe around 4 a.m. I started to notice that it was getting a little bit closer together, but it still wasn't nothing that I couldn't handle, or to the point where I was like, oh my God, I'm in pain. So again, I'm still contracting at home. Now it's maybe around like 6 in the morning. That whole 2 hours I was contracting. My app was telling me like, I hope you have your bags packed because it's about time. You might have to head to the hospital soon. And then here and there it would tell me to go to the hospital, right? But it was very inconsistent. So I didn't want to just like get up and go as if I was in a hurry, because honestly, like I said, it was very manageable, the contractions, so I wasn't too worried. Again, I did do an unmedicated and natural birth, my first, so I wasn't tripping. Fast forward to like 6:37 a.m. I text Ezekiel because my app is telling me like go to the hospital. What worked for me in my first pregnancy was pretty much contracting at home and trying to manage the contractions at home, because once you're in the hospital, I don't know, it was just a lot harder to deal with, and I was in the comfort of my own space, so it was a lot easier. You know, I have my little pregnancy meditation music in the back. I'm breathing, controlling my breathing, because that is very important, especially when you're giving birth naturally and trying to do an unmedicated birth. Your breath control is very important, and trying to just, I guess, let your body just take each contraction without going against it. I noticed that it is getting a little bit more intense. Again, nothing too bad, but it's lasting a little bit longer and it's getting a little bit more consistent. So I text Ezekiel and I'm like, hey, I think you need to come home because I think today is the day, and I'm tracking my contractions and the app is telling me, you know, it's time. He rushes home. Now it's about maybe 7:30, I want to say. We're getting the bags in the car. Thank God my mother-in-law was home, because she stayed home with Ziggy and Romans. I tell Romans bye, kiss him bye. We're heading to the hospital, and again, contractions are still coming. We get to the hospital around maybe like 7:40. We get checked into a triage room. Thankfully, when I went, it was not busy at all. The ladies over there were super sweet. They told me to change into the hospital gown that they give you, or the birth gown that they give you. I did that. The lady comes in, she checks, and she tells me, you're 5 centimeters. And I'm like, okay. Mind you, if you are, I believe, 4 centimeters, they pretty much keep you in the hospital. If not, they send you back home. So me being 5 centimeters, I was, again, not gonna go home. As I am contracting, I'm still in the triage room. Boom, time goes by. Now I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So we finally get checked into a labor and delivery room. We made it to the hospital. We are admitted. Last time when we were in the triage room, I was 5 centimeters. My contractions seem to be very consistent. I don't know what I'm at right now or how dilated I am right now, but I am on my pregnancy ball and I do have some hydration hooked up, but we'll see. Pretty much feeling good as of right now. Just trying to breathe, focus on my breathing through the contractions. But yeah, look at the view. Say hi, Dad.
What's up?
As you can tell in this video, it seems like I am okay. I am just, you know, taking it like a champ, breathing through it. I still seem like I am very much conscious, not in the typical labor mood as some of you may see where the ladies are going through it. At this point, I'm still 5 centimeters, I believe. Yes, I'm 5 centimeters. I'm bouncing on my ball because then again, like I said, unmedicated birth, I'm trying to do everything that will help me dilate fast. And in my first pregnancy, I dilated very, very quickly. It's around maybe 8 o'clock now. I'm still doing what I need to do. I'm walking around, I'm contracting. Nothing happened. Ezekiel is doing counter pressure so that my contractions aren't too intense. And that helped a lot. I don't know the times because again, I'm just trying to focus. Maybe like an hour later, she tells me I'm like 6 centimeters dilated. So, you know, I'm like, okay, now I'm trying to contract a little bit faster. And so my nurse comes in because I think 3 hours went by and I was stuck at, I believe, six and a half, maybe 7 centimeters. 3 hours only dilated 1 centimeter or like 1.5 centimeter more. It's kind of questionable, right? So she was like, okay, if you want, we can break your water bag and that'll kind of speed up the process. So I was like, okay, I don't know. I don't want to do it too soon. I'll kind of let you guys know if I do want to break it, then I'll go ahead and call you guys and page you guys back in. So now we're at what, like 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30 around there. Now the contractions are getting a little bit more intense. And so I'm walking around trying not to sit in the bed because I remember the last time I gave birth, I didn't really utilize what I had. I pretty much sat in the hospital bed and took on every single contraction. Mind you, I had back labor, so that shit felt horrible. That was, oh my gosh, so much harder. For this birth, I needed to get up, you know, let gravity do its thing, bounce on the ball, go into different, I guess, positions so that it'll be easier and I can dilate a lot quicker. So as I'm doing that, right, I'm like, okay, you know, she comes and checks me and she's like, okay, you're at 8 centimeters. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, fuck. This is a hospital bed, right? The back part, okay? So I'm like this on my fours, right? And I'm leaning over because she told me this will help you dilate faster. But okay, it did help me dilate faster, but girl, that shit was sore. So then I call her in and she's like, hey, do you want us to break your water bag? And I'm like, yes, speed this shit up. And she goes, okay, I'm gonna warn you, when you do break your water bag, it does get a lot more intense and the contractions will hit you. Mind you, my first pregnancy, I did break the water bag because we needed to speed shit up. So she comes in, she breaks my water bag, everything is easy. You know, with every contraction now that she broke my water bag, I am leaking. It's starting to get serious. Shit done got serious. She's like, okay, if your body feels like it's ready to push, just press that button. We'll come in, check you. So maybe an hour, now it's like, what? Oh no, maybe like 2 hours go by. It's maybe 12 o'clock, okay? I've been in active labor for 5 hours so far. So I'm like, okay, girl, I'm fucking going through it at this point. 8 centimeters. I'm fucking going through it. I'm like standing up. I'm trying to breathe, but now, because like I said, once you hit that 8 centimeter mark, girl, it's like them contractions, the mental gotta be strong. Because it's so easy to just be like, F this shit. Give me the fucking epidural. But I think at 8 centimeters, girl, there's no time for epidural. You cannot do epidural. You're already too far along. So I'm trying to breathe. Ezekiel is like fucking squeezing the shit out of my back. Sorry for my language. It's just like, damn. The pain that I remember is like coming back to me, okay? So he's like squeezing the shit out of my back, like my lower back and my hip to kind of counter pressure the contractions. And it did help, but after a while it was like, fuck, like nothing's really helping. I can still feel those bitches and this shit is sore. Like, holy shit. I'm looking at the contraction tracker, like they're fucking spikes, okay? So that's how you know them bitches is big. They're spiking up, and as soon as I see her go down, it's like, okay, I gotta get myself together, because once the next contraction comes, bitch, if I don't have the breath to control, like I'm going to feel it 10 times more. So now I'm like, oh my god, like this shit fucking hurts. I'm like paging because now my body is automatically starting to push. And that's when I'm like, oh my gosh, I swear I felt like her head was right there, but I guess I was wrong. I don't know. I paged my doctor and I'm like, hey girl, you need to like check me because I felt like I gotta push. So then she's like, okay. And they can't really check you too much. So she's like, maybe in, I believe like she said an hour or something, or 2 hours. If you're not dilating, then I don't know what she told me, girl. I was just like, okay, yeah, cool. Like, girl, I was in pain. The nurse came in, she checked me and she was like, okay, you're at 9 centimeters. I'm like, okay, at 9 centimeters, bitch, it's intense. Like, fuck, this shit hurts. This shit hurts. So I'm like, okay, trying to stay positive. I'm like, fuck. Mind you, my sister is like fucking blowing up my phone and she's like, oh my god, I'm so happy for you. And I'm like trying to be like, yeah, but bitch, I'm going through it. And da, da, da. And then I'm trying to like update my family because my family is not here. So I'm like trying to keep everybody updated, but I'm like going through it. So yeah, my sister is like calling me, she's like FaceTiming me, right? And I'm like, girl, not right now, Chelsea, right now is not the time. She's like all fucking jolly and shit. She's like, yeah, my niece. And I'm like, bitch, I'm fucking dying. I will definitely call you back later because I don't have the time right now, Chelsea, okay? And she's like, okay, maybe like 1 o'clock, 1:30 hits. I paged the nurse because I'm like, okay, bitch, I know I'm not tripping. Like, can you please check down there? Because I fucking swear, my body is pushing and your cervix is not fully dilated. You have a higher possibility of tearing. And my first birth, I had a 2nd-degree tear. That shit was not fun. So 1:30 comes and I am like, now it's like I'm having a hard time controlling my breathing. I'm telling Ezekiel like, fuck, like this shit hurts. I'm like holding on to him. I'm fucking squeezing him. Like he's still doing his counter pressure. You know, I'm pouncing on the ball, but it's like every contraction, I feel like the baby's head is about to fly out of my cooch. TMI, but that's literally how it felt. Not my OB. The nurse comes in, she checks me, and she's like, it's time. And I'm like, oh my god, thank god. Like, fuck, I cannot do this shit anymore. This shit hurts. I'm like, okay, it's time. All I have to do is get through the pushing, get through the ring of fire, and I am good. Like, everything is done. I'm over it. Now I can just enjoy my baby. We got the girls setting up the birth table or the delivery table, whatever they call it, right? My OB is coming in. She's gearing up. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Like, fuck, it's about time. No, girl. My OB comes in. She checks me. She goes, you're still 9, maybe 9.5 centimeters dilated, and you cannot push because I don't want you to tear because you're not fully dilated. When she told me that, I got so discouraged because I was about to give up. Like, I don't know how I was about to give up because, girl, you're already fucking 9.5 centimeters. How are you gonna give up? You can't just be like, hey, shove that baby back up in there and just, you know, go home. Like, no. So maybe 10 minutes went by. I finally dilated till 10 centimeters. Okay, now I am fully dilated. She checked me because I kept telling her, like, are you sure I am not 10 centimeters dilated? Like, my body is pushing. Like, can you just check? Like, please, 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 please just fucking check me. So she's like, okay, yeah, we can start practice pushing. This is like getting your body ready. So now they're putting the leg holders up. She's telling Ezekiel, you know, like, just hold my legs, you know, do the whole procedure, giving him the whole rundown. He's like, oh my god, like, Ezekiel is nervous, okay? Because one thing about Ezekiel, he does not like to see me in pain, but Ezekiel took it like a fucking champ. Just like the first time around, you know, it was just me and Ezekiel in the room together doing this shit. So I can tell he's nervous, but he's like telling me like, it's okay, babe, like, you're doing good, you're doing so good. He definitely made it a lot easier for me. Now it's maybe like, again, 140 maybe. Yeah, it's like 140 around there. And my doctor is like, okay, with every contraction, if you feel like you gotta push, just push. Contraction comes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yada, okay? Okay, breathe. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, breathe. do it one more time, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, she's counting to 10. So boom, contraction ends. Now I have to catch my breath because it's like I need all the breath and energy to push this baby out. And if I don't do quality pushes, it's gonna be a lot harder and a lot longer. I do that for about 3 times and we're not really making too much progress. She's like, do you want me to put down the ceiling mirror because you can watch it if you want to? I'm like, oh my god, yes, because I wanna see, like, just so I know, like, okay, she's almost there, you know, so I can kind of give myself some motivation. We're not really making that much progress. The baby, like, I can see a head full of hair, but she's not really out there. Okay, so she's like, okay, my legs are like this, right? And she's pushing, like, and they're pushing my legs back, right? Oh my god, this is like TMI for some of you, but this is the reality of it. So she's like, maybe put your legs a little bit closer and push back like this. She's like, sometimes that opens up the birth canal, so it's easier for the baby to come out. At that point, I'm just listening to her because I trust my doctor. She's so good. So she's like, instead of having your legs like this and pushing back, maybe put it like this and push it back. So then we're doing that and I noticed that it's working. 10 minutes go by again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. Okay, breathe. Go into another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doing that whole thing. I see her head. Like, her head is like, how do I not make this sound so like TMI? Her head is like out and I'm slowly reaching the fucking ring of fire. Excuse my language. But that's exactly how it is. Like, for anybody that gave birth, that ring of fire. Woo. Now we're maybe around like 2:15. Contraction comes. I am pushing. Mind you, her head is right there. Boom. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. Mind you, I am watching my birth because they have a ceiling mirror that points to where, you know, so I can see. So I'm like, oh my gosh, trying to see, like, give these pushes. You're fucking awesome. I'm like, oh, like pushing, bitch, Karen. I am pushing with literally everything left in me. The ring of fire comes and I am screaming. Okay, I am screaming and I start lifting myself up off of the bed because the pain was so effing sore. I could not. She's like, Shaughnessy, you know, I know it's sore, but you gotta put your body back on, like, put your ass, or she didn't say ass, but she's like, put your butt towards the table and just give it your last push right here because she's right there and I can see she's literally like right there, right? So I put myself down and I regroup myself and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking in my mind, like, this is it right here. Give it your last push and pain will be done. So I'm like, okay, put myself down and I fucking push with my all. Okay, I gave it my everything as if that was the last of me. Boom, she came out. Her head finally came out. That burning sensation ended. It was over. I was just waiting for her arms or her shoulders to come out. And yeah, this one wasn't too bad as my first one, but I will say I felt like this birth, I definitely felt the ring of fire a lot more. I don't know why, but yeah, I definitely felt it a lot more. Baby girl has a head full of hair, beautiful hair. Her lips was so cute. They're like, oh my gosh, she has full lips. Oh my god, her head is, you know, and they're like, wow, you did so good. So motivating, you know, giving me words of encouragement throughout the whole process. Everybody in that room, like, just so good and sweet. And I swear that makes such a big difference when you are delivering a baby and going through labor and delivery, because when you have those motivating words, it's a lot easier for you to get by. She's finally out and I'm like, oh my god, thank you God. And I am feeling so like a breath of relief. It's finally over. Now I can just enjoy my baby. Then she's like, hey Shaughnessy, I know you don't want to take Pitocin, but I might have to give you some Pitocin because you lost a lot of blood. Genetically, I have anemia. I have this thing called beta thalassemia where genetically that makes me anemic. So one, I already have low iron, I already have low blood count. So when she told me that I have lost an enormous amount of blood, I was like, no. So I'm like, how much blood was I, so like, what is the normal amount of blood that you're supposed to use, or that you're supposed to lose when giving birth? She's like, the normal amount is 250 ml. I said, how much did I lose? She goes, you lost around 700 ml. I said, 700? What the like, what the fuck you mean 700? So she's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to give you Pitocin because sometimes Pitocin will help you with those blood count, and then I'm gonna have to maybe give you a dose of iron as well because again, you're anemia, right? So I'm like, okay. If I could do it all over again, I would do it all over again. I definitely would, because the like, to go through all that pain, in the midst of it, it is very, very hard. But honestly, it is so worth it. She's so chill. She only cries when she's tired and hungry. Breastfeeding, latching, she did really well. Every 2 to 3 hours, she would wake up and I would hear her cry, and boom, I would get up, feed her, change her diaper, put her down. I had no tears, nothing, everything was good. So they're like, okay, you can get discharged. You're able to get discharged 24 hours. She was doing the tests. She failed on her, I believe she failed her right side hearing test, but they're like, it's totally normal. Don't get too discouraged or start thinking of the worst case scenario. This is completely normal and common, because sometimes during the process of birth and delivery, the fluids get stuck in the ear. So usually it's like 24 hours, you know, just keep her on this side. The fluid should run out, and then we'll schedule you another appointment. Boom, we took her to the other appointment. She passed completely fine. It was the quickest appointment ever. Postpartum is something that people don't really talk about, something that people don't really address or know too much about. They are very uneducated when it comes to that. Some people deal with a very severe postpartum depression. I just want to say I have been coping very well when it comes to postpartum. The first time around with my son, it was very hard for me. There was those nights where I would cry because, again, I wasn't producing enough milk for him. He was so hungry, and it's just a lot, you know. And that was my first time being a mom, and the whole transition, and you know, like, it was a lot and overwhelming on a girl. So like, there was times where my mom would have to help me, and she would take the baby and she would just be like, it's okay, like, get some rest, like, be patient with yourself, you know. This time around, having that experience and knowledge definitely helped me out, because I don't wish that on anybody, and sometimes it is uncontrollable. You cannot control whether or not you are going to have, you know, a very hard time with postpartum. So I am just very thankful that I am coping very well. Ezekiel is now on paternity leave, so things are a lot easier right now, especially because he's been helping me. Not only that, but like I said, having that knowledge and going through it my first time with my son, I've definitely learned a lot just from that. And again, not trapping myself up in the room 24/7, still like how I'm doing right now, getting ready, taking that time for myself. And I made sure when she is sleeping or resting to take that time to rest. It's okay if your room looks a mess, you know what I mean? Like, your body just gave birth. Take it easy. Be gentle on yourself. Don't, you know, give yourself some grace. Be patient with yourself. Figure out what works for you. Get some daily sunlight. When the baby is sleeping, I know it's super hard because it's like, do I do this? Do I do that? Or do I just nap and take a rest? After birth, your body needs rest. So please take the time to do so and just rest. Like, just do it, because you will definitely need those extra hours of sleep, especially when you have to get up and feed your baby. Like, just give your body time to get back to itself. Give your body that time that it needs to just reset. I went in with the e.l.f. blush palette, She Glam blush, e.l.f. bronzer and contour, and then I went in with Juvia's Place powder bronzer and tan. My birth story wasn't too bad. this time around. The worst part was that ring of fire, but what did I expect, you know? Okay, now I'm going in with the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie. It is such a pretty shade. Yes, I love it. It's like the perfect nude, not too pink and not too white. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it for my birth story. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, I was so thankful to have a supportive partner through it all, because that makes it a lot easier, especially when you're going through it. It's not the easiest thing to go through. But yeah, we are done getting ready. It felt good to get ready with you guys. Like, I haven't done this in a long time, so it feels amazing. Anyways, that is it. Yeah, now we can get back into our regular scheduled program. We can start getting back into our vlog. Hopefully I explained it kind of good. I know my mind was like here and there and here and there, but yes, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or any other questions, just comment them down below, and maybe we can do another chit chat get ready with me. Maybe I'll give you guys my updated skincare routine in that video. But that's pretty much it. Baby girl is finally here. The 9 months is over. I gave birth at 38 weeks and 4 days. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see y'all in my next one. Who knows, I might come with a vlog, but I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.